Hello team, this is Mr. Keffer with this week's Teen Adult Senior Black Belt Track class for the week of January 9th, 2023. Let's go ahead and get started. Everyone show me your natural stance. Snap to attention. Spread your feet, make a fist, cover, bring your feet together. Team, when I say courtesy bow, we're gonna bow and say, I will do my best, sir. Team, courtesy bow. I will do my best, sir. Relax stance, take your arms, put them behind your back. Everyone repeat after me. To build true confidence, I must have knowledge in the mind, honesty in the heart, and strength in the body. Winners never quit. Quitters never win. I choose to be a black belt. All right, team, everyone put back to your natural stance. Team, today we're working on excellence. That means doing your best. Everyone close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it for 4 seconds. Out for 4 seconds. Hold it. Right. In. Count to 4. Hold it. Count to 4. Out. Count to 4. Hold it. Team, that style of breathing is called box breathing. It's a great way to center ourselves, get ourselves back into our normal state, our relaxed state. Today, we're working on excellence, and I want you to commit to playing all out, giving 100%, choosing to get better and improving yourself today. Team, make sure you're not just stand, snap to attention, tap on your right leg, go back to your guard stance, go, aye. What we're going to start out first is we're going to do a cross. Now, remember, this week we're working on excellence, so we're not going to go super fast on this or even super powerful. What I want you to work on is being the best you can with your cross. So things that we're going to be looking at, hands are up next to our cheeks. And when I say cheeks, we're really up pretty high, right? Not down here at the bottom of our face. Not like where your glasses are, up pretty high. So if you need to, you can duck down, turtle down, grab your head, protect yourself. We want to make sure our hands are up nice and high. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to take our back hand. We're going to extend it all the way out. As we do, we're going to rotate our hips. So you notice when we're in a guard stance, our hips are off like a 45-degree angle. As we're doing that punch, I'm going to lead with my hip. My hip has to go forward. I'm bringing my hips forward. In fact, my hips will probably move a little bit before my hands as I rotate into this. Boom, and my hands will shoot out at the end. Back leg comes up on the balls of my feet. My back knee is coming into my front knee, and my hands out. I'm aiming for their nose. My back hand, or actually my hand is still next to my cheek, is physically on my cheek. It's not dangling out here. It's not hanging down. All right, team, so our hands are up. Right. Nice and slow, we're going to go through it. Hands are up. We're rotating the hips. Our arm extends. It goes straight out. We don't want to hook it out here. It's going straight out in a straight line. Rotate our body in. Back. Our other back hand is on his cheek. And we're coming back. Ready? And go out and back. Ready? And out and back. And out and back. And switch. Go. All right, give it excellence, team, right? So remember the attitude you have, even though we're going slow, doesn't mean we're doing this half-hearted. We should be going internally, we're all out. We're always doing the best we can. We're focusing on skill, technique, not power and speed, but mentally I am still, 100% in everything I'm doing. Hands are up. Hands are up nice and high. Right? Elbows are in. They're not out here. My arms protect my body. My arms are out here. I'm not protecting anything. Elbows are in. I'm taking my back hand. I'm going to rotate my hip. My hips move first. Here. It's got to take your hips a little bit longer. Think about snapping a towel. You're going, boom. Right? You get the base of the towel moving first. And then, boom, that towel comes flying out at the end. And that's where you get that crack, that breaking the sound barrier. We start with the slow piece, and then we move with the faster piece, right? So hands are up. Ready? And we're going to rotate our hips. Rotate our hips, hand comes straight out, up on the balls of foot, knee comes in, my shoulder, it actually could be a guard for my cheek, my other hand is up protecting my head, and we're coming back. And we want to make sure our fist is straight. Don't let it rotate all the way around. Don't go to a vertical fist. We're coming straight out here. We want to keep our wrist nice and straight. Ready? And go out and back. Ready? There you go. Out and back. And again, out and back. You're working on that straight line as you're doing each of your punches, right? And switch, go, aye! Let's add the hook to it, team, right? So from here, we're going to do our cross, and now we're going to do our hook. As we're doing our hook, my elbow is going to come up. I'm rotating my fist around. I'm rotating around. I'm trying to avoid this wild swing where it's all arm. I want my hips and my legs and my body to be generating the power, not my arms, right? So not my shoulder, right? So I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna punch, boom, 1. Hand comes up, 2. I'm doing the punch. Hook punch tends to be pretty close. I'm striking with the normal horizontal fist coming in. Back, hand is on my cheek, and reset. So lots of different ways you can do hook punches. There's like in close. There's in close where I'm doing a vertical fist, and there's like out where I'm doing my fist is down. Those are all really hook punches, but they really depend on the distance that someone's in. Someone's at that normal striking distance. I'm probably doing right here where I'm striking with the horizontal fist. If they're in really close, like they've got me in a bear hug, I probably don't have the range of motion for that, but I can do this, right? It's still a hook punch, I'm still swinging in with it, but I'm taking advantage of that close distance. If they're backing away from me and I'm starting, this isn't gonna reach, I can't reach out here to do it because I'm really using too much of my shoulder. I'm just gonna swing around, almost that corkscrew punch and striking into it. All of those are just variations of a hook punch. If you see someone doing something and they look different because of the distance, it is because of the distance. All right, hands are up, right? Let's do our cross. We're gonna do our cross, boom, do your hook punch. And remember, we're working on that focus, keeping everything in. Don't let your body go swinging everywhere, right? Strike, and then strike. Look out, feel that bi-rotation. Feel your belt swing back and forth. Punch, boom. My hips go from one side to the other. I do the hook punch. Whew. My hips go back to the other side, right? Punch, hook, and switch. Aya. Ready? And punch, hook, and reset. Ready? And go punch, hook. And again, we're gonna go punch, hook. And one more time, go punch, hook, and then switch. Aya. Right. This time, team, we're gonna do is we're gonna add the roundhouse kick. I love this drill because it has such dynamic hip rotation in it. So for this one, we're to do our punch, we do our cross, boom. Feel that hip rotation. We do our hook, hip rotation. Now we're gonna pivot on that front leg. We're gonna take that back knee, we're gonna come up and we're gonna do our roundhouse kick, right? And then we're gonna go back to our starting point. Hip rotating all the way through. Belly button starts out on the left, it goes to the right, goes back to the left, goes back to the right as we're rotating through this. Your belt should be swaying on each of these moments. All right, team, ready? Hands are up, make sure you get them nice and high, elbows are in. Ready? Again, we're not forcing this one, not super fast, not super strong. I wanna work on the excellence of technique, ready? And go, it's gonna be punch, hook, and then roundhouse kick, and then reset, right? And again, we're going to punch, hook, and then we pivot with that front leg. We're going to get that front leg pivot, toes off to the side, and we're going to kick, and reset, right? And we're gonna go punch, hook, and then kick. And again, we're gonna punch, hook, and kick. All right, and switch, all right, and remember, when I'm doing these kicks, you notice I'm not kicking head height here, I'm kicking to the body. I'm trying to use all my strikes to be effective self-defense strikes. So, if you're flexible and you want to kick super high, that's fantastic. For self-defense, kicking to the legs is probably a little more effective than kicking toward the torso or toward the head. If you get a headshot in, that is always the best option, but always not a little more challenging when you're doing kicks, especially if you're wearing like regular street clothing. All right, team, ready? Hands are up. Take your back hand, punch. Take your front hand, hook punch. Pivot with that front leg. Take your back leg, roundhouse kick, reset back to where we started from. And as the hips going through, as we're doing that kick, it's that hip throwing everything, right? I'm not just trying to throw with my leg. I need to get my hip all the way around. So as I'm doing that kick, my hips come around. My leg snaps out, just like that towel we talked about earlier. Ready? Hands are up. Ready? And punch, hook, kick, and back. Ready? And we're gonna punch, hook, and kick, and back. And again, we're gonna go punch, hook, and kick. And one more time, we're gonna go punch, hook, and kick. Awesome. All right, and switch, go to the other side. All right, team, this time we're gonna do a little shadow sparring drill here. I'm gonna be the shadow, you get to do the sparring. I'm gonna be standing here, we're gonna bounce around a little bit, start moving our feet back and forth. Awesome, guys, so here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna move either one way or the other. When I move, you're gonna follow along with me. So if I move this way, you're going this way. I go back to my spot. I go this way, you're going over here. You're gonna follow my movements. Right, team? Ready? And we're gonna go, ready? And go back, right? And go. And you're following along with me, right? We're just bouncing around, minding your own business. And we're gonna shift, and we're gonna go back. Try and keep those hands up, keep your eyes focused front, and we'll shift and back, and then we'll shift back again, and we'll go over. Ready? We're still bouncing, nice and light on your feet. Right? Knees should be soft, right? And over the side, right? Back to the side again, other way, back over, ready? Back to the front, and back over. And we're just lightly shuffling, keep moving. All right, team. We're gonna do this time, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna drop my hands. When I drop the hands, you get the opportunity to virtually punch me toward the nose. So I'm gonna drop my hands as I do. You're gonna throw that cross as quickly as you can. Ready? So ready? We're moving around. Ready? And hands go down, and we shift back in there. Right? Moving around. Right? And again, hands are down, and we're back. Ready? Keep going. Hands are down. Right? And out. Ready? Make sure you keep those feet nice and light. Right? Moving around. Dance around a little bit. Hands are down. Hands are down. All right, team. This time we're gonna add that hook punch to it. So my hands drop down. You're going to cross and hook. Ready? There you go. Hands are down. Hands down. Hands down. And then we're going to switch sides. If I switch sides, you're going to switch sides with me. Ready? I'm going to switch again. And switch. And hands go down. So that's our cross and hook. We're back to our shuffle. Ready? Cross and hook. Back to our shuffle again. Still moving. Switch back to the other side. All right, team, this time what's gonna happen is I'm gonna make some big moves here. I'm gonna step all the way back and drop my arms, all right? When I step back and drop my arms all the way down like here, what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna do your cross, your hook, and then your roundhouse kick, which is your roundhouse, all three things, right? So we're bouncing around, so shifting the feet. Remember, if I move to the side, you're following along with me. If I move to the side, you're following along with me. I step all the way back. This is your cue to do your cross, your hook, and your roundhouse kick, where we step back to our starting point. Ready? Ready? Again. Go back. Ready? Again. Back. We'll move off the side. And you're just following along with me. We're doing some little mirror sparring here, shadowing back and forth. Working on that excellence. Get that jab, that cross, hook, and roundhouse kick. Ready? Switch your feet. Following along, keeping the hands up. Ready? And I'll step back. Boom. Do all three techniques. And we reset. Ready? And we start moving around again. We're going to shift to the side. I'll step back. It's your chance to do all three techniques. We'll reset back in. Ready? Shift to the side. Back over here to the front. Shift back to the side. Hands go down. Back up. Awesome. And relax. Back to your natural stance. All right, team, let's go ahead and do our box breathing again. Do just one time. Remember, box breathing is going to be, we're inhaling through our nose. As we inhale through our nose, we inhale for a count of 4. We're going to hold it in our lungs for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to exhale through our mouth. Again, slow exhale for a count of 4. Then, when your lungs are empty, you're going to hold it for 4 more seconds, and then you can repeat that. So let's do our box breathing. I'm going to use my hands to represent what's going on. As my hands go up, we're inhaling through our nose. When they're held here, we're holding it. So my hands go down, we're exhaling through our mouth. And when I stop here, we're going to be holding it. All right, team. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Back out to your natural stance. We're going to review our 3 self-defense techniques: stranglehold, bear hug from the front, and straight punch. All right, so let's go ahead straight with the stranglehold first. So the stranglehold is someone coming with their right arm, coming around your neck, trying to get you in a chokehold. And what we're going to do is, first thing we're going to do is when they start choking us, we are going to be looking toward the direction of their fist. I want to open up my airways. I don't want that constriction on my throat. I'm going to look to the side. I'm going to take my right hand, wherever arm is closest to their elbow. I'm going to use that hand. I'm going to reach up. I'm going to grab their arm. My thumb is next to my fingers. I'm going to pull down. And whether it's the wrist or the elbow, really doesn't matter. You're just going to try and pull down, give yourself room to breathe. From here, I'm going to take the leg closest to their elbow, and I'm going to step out, which is going to open up their center line. I'm going to take my left elbow. I'm going to strike into their chest. I'm going to keep my elbow there. I'm just going to drop the hand down for a hammer fist to the groin. And then from here, I'm going to take my elbow. I'm going to drive it up underneath their chin. All right. And then I'm going to grab their arm, stepping out, keeping it out, so I'm pushing with my legs, not with my arms, rotating out, stop, stay back. All right, team, let's do that again. Let's go ahead and do our stranglehold, right? So they're coming around behind us. We're gonna take our right hand, we're gonna reach all the way up, we're gonna grab their hand, we're pulling down as we look over toward their fist. I step out with my right leg as I left elbow strike into their chest, hammer fist to their groin. I'm gonna elbow strike into their chin. I am going to then grab their arm, turn, stop, stay back. All right, you ready? And one more time. So again, it's our stranglehold from behind. They're coming around with their right arm. We're gonna grab with our right arm. We're gonna pull down as we look to the left. So we're grabbing with the elbow side. We're looking to the fist side. We step to the elbow side. We elbow strike on their fist side. Hammer fist, elbow straight up underneath the chin. You should feel your elbow contouring their body up and dragging along their chest as you hit them in the chin. Grab the arm, step out. So like I'm doing this, I'm boom, right? I'm here. That hip motion, that push right there is really going to get that arm to open up, and then I'm stepping out. All right, stop, stay back. All right, team. Let's do straight right punch. Straight right punch is someone coming in here and they're throwing that punch straight in. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to step forward. As we step forward, we're going to parry. We're going to parry that technique. And then from here, we're going to punch straight in over top of it. And then we're going to finish up with a hook punch and then a roundhouse kick. So we got all those things we're going to be doing for our straight right punch. Okay, right? We're starting out kind of in a relaxed stance, natural stance, hands up in the air, kind of negotiating the situation, trying to de-escalate it however you are standing. But as that punch comes in, I want you to step in, and I always remember the words of Hideyoshi is when someone's throwing a punch at you, think about them offering a rose and you're just coming in to smell it. So as that punch is coming in, I'm just stepping in, stepping to the side. I don't want to be way out of the way over here. I'm going to stay close to their body. I'm going to come in. I'm going to go right past me. Minimal movement on this one. Parrying off. I'm trying to keep my arm as vertical as possible, as opposed to trying to straight arm it out here. If I straight arm it, you see all I have is this little range of motion, like from here to here to parry the arm. If I can keep my forearm out here and I can parry with my entire forearm, I have all this. So much easier to get a good parry and if I can use my entire arm instead of just my palm. So again, the punch is coming in. I'm parrying in from here. I'm gonna punch. Now depending on the height of the person, I might punch underneath and go into their chin, or I might pop down. I'm assuming that I'm at least as tall as the person, because I'm a pretty tall person. If I was only 5 foot tall, I would be punching up underneath their arm. So think about how tall you are, how tall your attacker is likely to be, and you're gonna strike based on that. I would aim for the chin or the nose on this punch because I want it to be as effective as possible. So from here, I'm gonna punch, boom. I pop the arm down, I'm gonna punch in. Then from here, I'm gonna strike again. I'm gonna try and strike to the head as opposed to the ribs. Sure, the ribs will hurt, but I wanna stop them immediately. I wanna be sore tomorrow. So boom, I'm gonna hook the punch to the head. Now I'm gonna do my roundhouse kick. My roundhouse kicks are great if I'm tournament sparring, but for self-defense, if I can't kick head high, I'm gonna kick below the hip. I'm gonna kick to the thigh or the knee. So I'm gonna pivot, kick, and I'm gonna go back. And by the way, you might kick, boom, and just sweep right through that to finish them off, and then stop, stay back. All right, let's do our straight right punch again. Back to our natural stance or ready position, however you're gonna do this. Step forward, you're going to parry. You're going to punch, hook punch, roundhouse kick, and then stop, stay back. I always think my other arm is doing something the entire time. As I parry, I pull the arm down, controlling their arm as I punch, controlling the arm as I punch. As I go to do the hook punch, my other arm comes up and grabs that arm again, and now I can hook punch. I'm pulling it in, hook punch again. Now I'm gonna do my roundhouse kick, grab their shoulder, and I'm pulling them in as I kick. My arms are always engaged while I'm working with my attacker. Okay. All right. Next one we're gonna do is a bear hug from the front, arms free. 2 different ways we can do this. So we're gonna look at both ways. One's bear hug, one's more of a tackle technique. Bear hug from the front, arms free. They're coming in, they're trying to grab me around the waist and pick me up. Clearly I'm caught off guard on this one. They have a chance to get their arms completely around me and they're probably already in that lifting state. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop right across their ears. My arms are free, their arms are occupied, their head's a prime target. I'm gonna pop their ears, hit them on both sides of their ears. From here, I'm gonna take whichever arm I'm comfortable with. I'm gonna use my left arm. I'm gonna contour across their face. So contouring across their face means I'm pretty much keeping my arm as close to their face as possible, dragging across their glasses, across their eyes, across their nose, till I get underneath their chin. I'm gonna push out, get some distance here. All right, and then I'm gonna jab cross, and then we just stop, stay back as we get out of here. All right, let's try that again. This is bear hug from the front, arms pinned, or arms free. All right, so they grab me around the waist, my arms are up, I pop their ears, I contour their face, I push out, I jab, I cross, I cover out, stop, stay back. All right, one more time. Bear hug from the front, arms free. Ready? And go. We're gonna flap the ears, contour the face, press out. We're getting that elbow, that forearm underneath their chin, against their neck, and we're pushing out, get some distance. Jab and cross, stop, stay back. All right, next one we're gonna look at is our tackle technique. This is someone coming in. This is, I'm paying a little bit more attention, and they drop down, try and grab me. This is before they latch on. So both of these are really close range. They don't start from a distance where someone's running at you, they start really close. And what's gonna happen is when they go ahead and grab hold, I'm gonna grab hold of the back of their head. So as soon as they drop their body weight down to reach around my waist, I'm grabbing their back of the head. I'm gonna try and keep their head down low. Then, right here, my arms probably locked against my body. I'm stepping back. Whatever leg I grab their head, I'm stepping back. Boom! I'm pushing my hip, driving my hip into it. That's gonna pull them forward. The other hand's gonna strike down across their back. Shoulder blades, center of their back of their head. I'm trying to keep that forward momentum. I'm here. They've already lowered their head down. They've given me a gift. They put their head down below their shoulder blades. I'm gonna keep it there. I'm gonna step back with the intention of getting it far down even lower. Hopefully their head's below their waist at this point. I'm gonna hammer fist, boom, trying to get even lower, possibly taking them to the ground. Stop, stay back. So get tackle technique, all right? Keep, and again, we're gonna grab their head, we're gonna step back on the same side, we're gonna hammer fist in, and then stop, stay back. You'll notice what's happening here is I'm moving right on their back. So I'll do this sideways. They're standing in front of me, I grab their head, I step back, boom, hammer fist. Their feet are there, their head's here, I'm going down this way. I wanna get that, their momentum is going this way anyways. So I'm pushing them from behind as I cover out. I'm not gonna try and get in front of them and push and try and push them on the shoulder and move forward. I want to take advantage of the fact that they're already going that way, boom, and if they're not already in the ground, I'm gonna give them a push, hopefully finishing down on the ground as I move away. I wanna be behind them, not in front of them. All right, team, that is our review for our self-defense techniques. Everyone show me your natural stance. Take a moment and do our box breathing. Into the nose, 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, out through the mouth for 4 seconds, and then we're gonna hold it for 4 more seconds again. Ready? And begin. In. Hold it. Out. Hold it. And relax. For our next section, we're going to have our senior black belts, that's the first degree black belts and higher. We're going to grab our R&E sticks. If anyone wants to join in, is more than welcome to, but this is all a good time to also work on your kata or your self-defense if you are not a senior black belt. So let's go ahead and grab our R&E sticks and we'll come right back out. You just need one R&E stick. All right. So again, this is strike week, so we're going to do a quick review of evade counter, meet counter, and the serratas. All right, so I'll do this facing the side. So remember this one, our left leg is back, our right leg is forward, our hands are up. What's gonna happen here is they're coming in. Let's do the 5 strikes first. Remember our 5 strikes? It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And if I was the attacker, I'm over here. 1's coming over here, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You notice where my spare hand is, right? My extra hand, my left hand is in the center of my chest. I'm not just letting it dangle out here. I'm not like scratching the back of my head. I'm holding my hand in my chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, and thrust in 5. Those are my 5 attacks. First thing we're gonna do is evade. Evade is really about not getting hit. And that's like our #1 goal is, right? We don't want to get hit. This could be a club, this could be a knife, this could be anything that I don't want to get hit with it. Anything hit hurts, right? So we're in our guard. So if someone's coming at my head, we're just gonna do evade. I'm just gonna move back. My stick goes to my left shoulder, then move back for evade 1. Evade 2, they're coming from my right side. I'm moving back, and now my stick goes to my right side. Evade 3, they're coming in from the left, I step, coming in from my left, I step back, I cross step back, and I bring the stick back to my left side. Evade 4, they're coming in from my right side, again, I cross step back, and I'm going to bring the stick back to my right side. Evade 5, they're thrusting straight in, I'm doing my cross step back, and I'm striking down. I'm going to reset. And remember, we do that. 1 and 2 is we're getting struck, they're striking at our head. So what I'm doing is I'm moving my head back. That strike's coming here, but I'm moving my head back. So if I do nothing else, my head's out of the line of attack. 3, 4, and 5 are going in my midsection. So I'm stepping back, and I'm hollowing out. Stepping back and hollow out, right here. So I make the smallest target as I can. All right, let's add the counter to that, evade and counter. So again, we back to our starting position, left leg forward, right leg out front, hands are up. Evade and counter starting with number 1. We get our head out of the way, we bring the stick back to our left side, and then we strike, kind of like a tennis backhand. Evade 2, we're starting from our reset point, they're coming in from my right side, I step back, get my head back, notice my front legs kind of lean back into a cat stance to really help get that upper body out of the way. My stick, Arnie stick is on my right side, I shift in, and I strike. So as their stick is going past, I'm striking behind them. 3, evade, counter 3. They're coming into my stomach from my left side. I shift back, I cross step back, get my stomach out of line, stick goes to my left side. As the stick passes me by, I shift back forward and I strike to their head. Evade, counter 4, they're coming in from my right side. Again, I shift back, step back, cross step, get my stomach curled in, I hollow myself out, get my Arnie stick to my right side. As the stick passes by, I strike. Evade, counter 5, they're thrusting straight in, I get back, boom! I'm taking my stick and I'm striking their stick. So evade and evade counter number 5 is more than just getting out of the way. We're also hitting against their stick as we step back, and then we step in and we strike once the stick's out of the way. Let's look at meat. Meat's about hitting them as they go to hit us. And I always think of meat as hitting against the meat or the fleshy part of their arm. I'm not hitting the stick, right? I'm hitting their arm, the meaty part, right? So forearm. So if you're practicing with a partner, go very slow with this. You can only hit your partner 1 or 2 times very gently across their forearms before they say that hurts, and they're not going to want you to do it anymore. So you want to make sure you're doing this nice and soft as you're going through with this, especially if you're practicing with a partner. So we're here. We're back to our starting position. Left leg back, right leg forward, hands are up. So my left hand's in the center of the chest, my right hand's holding the stick in front of me. They're coming in with the number 1 strike off from my left side, coming in from my left side. It's kind of like the evade. I'm getting my head out of the way, but as I bring the stick to my left side, I'm catching it across their forearm as it goes through. They're coming in on the other side, meat from the other side. Again, it starts out kind of like a evade. I get my head out of the way. The stick's coming in from my right side. I'm bringing the stick to my right side, outside. But as I do, now I'm striking across their forearm. I'm not just bringing it across here. I'm focusing on striking their forearm as I bring it across. Okay, now we're going to do meat 3. It's coming across the side here. So with meat 3, as it comes across, I am going to shift back. My stick is going to cross their forearm. I think across their forearm, and I bring it out to my left side, and I go back. So meat 4, they're coming this way. As they go back, I cross that back. I strike across their forearm, and I'll reset. Meat 5 is a little different. This one, we're going to still shifting back as if we're doing our evade. We're going to take my left hand, and I'm going to parry the Arnie stick as it's thrusting into me, parrying it sideways. And at the same time, my right hand, my Arnie stick, is striking across their forearm. So making a little kind of a cross here. Hit the stick, hit their hand. So 5 is coming back, boom. All right, let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just the meat and meat counter. Sorry, so meat counter, they're coming with the 1 strike. I get my head out, I shift over here, I strike across their forearm, bringing the Arnie stick to my left side. I shift back in and backhand strike to their temple. Reset. Meat 2, they're coming in from my right side. I shift back, get my head out of the area. I strike across their forearm. As the strike comes past, then I follow up with a strike to their temple. Meet 3, they're coming in from my left side. Toe to my stomach. I shift back, I cross that back. My leg goes back, hollow out my stomach. I strike across their forearm, and I shift back in as the stick. Once the stick is passed, I will strike across their temple. Right. Meet 4, they're coming in from the right side. Striking my body. I cross that back, hollow out. I strike across their forearm as it comes in. Right. And then as the stick goes past, or the stick drops, I strike to the temple. Meet 5, they're thrusting straight in. As they thrust straight in, I'm striking, hollowing out my core, and I'm striking stick and hand. All right, hit the stick, hit across their body, okay. And then I'm going to shift back in and strike kind of the backhand moment. All right, let's look at Sarada. Sarada's going to be the next part. So again, we're back to our reset point. Sarada is close range, means we're going to be stepping in. There's everything else we were doing, we're kind of stepping away from them and trying to get away from the attack. Now we're going to step into the attack, try and get closer to them. So the power point is the end. So the closer you can get in the inside, the less power they have a chance, less room they have to generate power. So we're right here. They're coming in with that one strike for Sarada. What I'm going to do is I'm going to step in. I'm stepping in, getting really close, and I'm parrying my stick against their stick. My left hand goes over top of my right hand when I go against their forearm. So stick to stick, hand to hand. My right hand swings across their body. Then I'm going to draw an X across the shoulders. Shoulder to shoulder. So it's a shoulder to hip, and then we're going to reset. Now we're going to do meet 2. They're coming in from the right side. For this one, as I'm coming in, I'm striking stick and hand. You notice as what I'm doing is, I'll step, step. Awesome. From here, I then do my 2 strikes. I X across it. Then we're going to reset. Meet 3, they're coming in from my left side. As they come in, I'm shifting in, pushing the stick down, pushing it down here so my thumb is to the ground, and I'm going to parry their stick. This time my left hand goes underneath my arm. On 1 it goes over top, on 3 it goes underneath. I swing back swing across their shoulder, so it's hip to shoulder. And then we'll reset. Meet 4, they're coming in from my right side. For this one, what's going to happen is I'm going to do a quick stutter step. So 1, 2, I'm parrying hand and stick at the same time. I'm going to thrust in over top my arm as I thrust straight in. Then from here, I'm going to swing around, shoulder and shoulder. And when I'm doing the strikes, is shoulder to hip. I want you to think of striking the shoulder and driving through to the hip on the other side. Go back to our reset point. Sarada 5, they're coming in. Just like Sarada 3, that stick is coming straight in. I'm just going to shift in. I'm parrying to the outside. My left hand goes underneath as I go to hand. So stick to stick, hand to hand. Draw the X across the shoulders. All right, let's go and put our running sticks away. All right, I got you right now. Just all right, team, that is evade counter, meet counter, and Sarada. It's a lot of different stick components to it. If you have a chance to work with a partner, definitely get a chance to do it. Be gentle and go slow with your partner. Start out maybe like at 10% speed, and then build the speed up as you become more comfortable with it. Don't start at 100%. Start at 10 and build yourself up. All right, back to our natural stance. All right, team, let's go ahead and grab our staffs. We're going to go over 12 count, all 12 moves. Team, remember when we're doing our staff work, I'm going to turn sideways so you can see the techniques a little bit better, I think. So for our staff, our right hand is palm up, our left hand is palm down, our elbows are in close to our body, and our hands are all straight in front of us, just like this. That should divide the staff into equal parts for you. You don't want your hands way out here, okay? And you don't want your elbows way out here either, and you don't want your hands in really close together. It's kind of be awkward in the balance. So our neutral position, hands are out, just right out here, staff's in front. Right out here, staff's out in front. Start with our natural stance right here. Team, from here we're going to go to our tension stance. Our left leg goes in, our staff goes down, around, and behind us on the right side. We bow. We're going to go right back out to our natural stance. This is 12 count. From here, I want you to step back with your left leg, take your right leg into a pass stance, take the front of the stick, the right part of the stick, you're going to swing it around, and you're going to curl around into an inward walk. That's our starting position for our kata. So arm one, the heel goes down, we step forward, stick goes all the way back behind us, as if we're striking behind us, and we're gonna step in and we're gonna thrust low. Two, we come back on one leg, crane stance, and we strike down. Three, plant your foot, step back with your left leg and strike down low, that's three. Four, swing around, strike to the side of the head. Five, circle back around, strike to the inside. Six, thrust straight to the center. Seven, step all the way back with your right leg into a lean away stance. Left hand pushes down, pushes the stick away. 8, thrust down into their foot. 9, shift around, and we're gonna block to the front. 10, step forward, strike to the side of the head. 11, we're thrusting into the face. 12, we're shifting back to our cat stance. We're circling back around. And this would be the exact same move we started the first move of the kata from. From here, we can go back to our natural stance. We can snap to attention, left leg goes forward, staff goes behind us, and we bow, and we go right back out to our natural stance. All right, Keith, that is our kata 12 count. So this is strike week. You can practice this a few times on your own, and you can send a video of this to your online coach. So then give you some feedback on it, make sure you're ready for it. We'll be testing on this pretty soon in class, so want to get a chance to practice with it as much as you can. All right, team, let's go put our staff back. Back out your natural stance. Team, let's gather around. Let's go ahead and talk about our lesson of the week. This month, we're going to be discussing SMART goals. Goal setting is a skill. Just like anything else, we need to get better at it by practicing it. To start, when you get home tonight, you're going to write down a goal for 3 areas of your life. It could be your home or your relationships. It could be school and work. And for here at Action or fitness. And we're going to make these goals our SMART goals. So now SMART is an acronym. That means that every letter in the word means something. This week, we're going to start our discussion with the letters S and the letters M. S stands for specific. Step 1 is make sure your goal is specific. Let's say your goal is to get in better shape. That's a really big goal, and it might mean different things to different people. So how can we break that down? What does that really mean? What does getting better really mean? Does it mean to fit in like a certain size of jeans? Or to maybe to run a 5K without walking? Or be able to do 25 push-ups without putting our knees on the ground? Those are all different ways to make it specific. You need to define what the goal really is. Now, M stands for measurable. Measurable means that you have a goal. Measurable means that you have some way to measure your goals. For instance, if I want a better kick, it's hard to really measure if we get there or not. If you set your goal to have your front kick as high as your chest, well, now we can measure it. It's either that high or it's not. We can do it or we can't do it. Maybe your goal was to do better in math. We can make that measurable by changing it to I want to get a B+ or better on my next math test. Either we achieve that grade or we don't. Maybe your goal is to save more. What exactly is the number by the end of the 6 months from now that you want to have? Did you get it? Yes or no? Okay, that's how you make it measurable. How do you get better at push-ups? You practice push-ups. What about roundhouse kicks? Right, we practice those roundhouse kicks. How do you get better at goal setting? We have to practice it. We have to practice doing it right. Everyone close your eyes, and I want you to commit to writing down your 3 goals tonight. All right, team, everyone go back to your natural stance. Team, attention! Back to your natural stance, guarding stance. Awesome, guys. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start out with doing our cross. We're going to strike our cross, and we're going to come back. I want you to do this really focusing on the excellence of the technique. Hip rotation, hands all the way out, fist fully rotated, arm straight along the body, backhand back to your cheek. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way through it. Ready? And 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome, Queen. Quick snap to attention. Let's drop down and do 10 push-ups, everybody. Right? Back to our position. Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome, team. So your goal for the day is to try and find some time throughout the rest of the day to do 30 more push-ups. Try and do 40 push-ups every day. 40 all at once, 10 at a time, however you want to do it, 5 at a time, it doesn't matter to me. But your goal is to try and do 40 push-ups every day. There's some amazing statistics on correlations between physical activity and heart disease. And we know that people who exercise and can meet 40 push-ups every day are going to be healthier overall. And that's what we want for all of you. All right, team, back to our natural stance. Snap to attention. Tap on the right leg, go back to your guard stance, go Aya. Cross and hook, team. Cross and hook. Ready? And 1, 2, asa. 2, 2, asa. Remember, working on the excellence. Don't slack off now, team. Ready? 3, 2, asa. 4, 2, asa. 5, 2, asa. 6, 2, asa. 7, 2, asa. 8, 2, asa. 9, 2, asa. And 10, 2, asa. And switch. Aya. Cross with the front hand, or cross with the back hand, front hook. Words, sometimes they're hard. Cross with the back hand, hook with the front hand. Ready? And 1, 2, asa. 2, 2, asa. 3, 2, asa. 4, 2, asa. 5, 2, asa. 6, 2, asa. 7, 2, asa. 8, 2, asa. 9, 2, asa. And 10. Asa, and switch. Aya. All right, team, let's do some steps. This time we're going to do 10 steps. All right, team, ready? Sitting down on the floor. And team, on this one, you can do a jab cross on when you come up if you want. Do level 1 would just be a straight sit-up. Level 2 would be a jab cross out at the end. All right, team? And begin. So 1, soup asa. 2, soup asa. 3, soup asa. 4, soup asa. 5, soup asa. 6, soup asa. 7, soup asa. 8, soup asa. 9, soup asa. And 10, soup asa. Fantastic. Everyone stand up. And we're going to do some roundhouse kicks. Kicking with the back leg. So we're going to show you your natural stance. Snap to attention. Back to your guard stance. Aya. Right leg is back. Left leg is forward. Hands are up. Remember, working on that excellence for our techniques. Excellence means we're doing the very best we can. Are you going to make mistakes? Of course. Everyone makes mistakes every now and then. You don't get discouraged when it happens. You find a way to overcome it, and you try and do your very best every chance you can. Hands are up, team. Ready? And 1, soup. 2, soup. 3, soup. 4, soup. 5, soup. 6, soup. 7, soup. 8, soup. 9, soup. And 10, soup. And switch. Aya. All right, team, ready? And we're going to do those 10 roundhouses again. Front leg is going to pivot. Toes go to the outside. Right leg comes all the way around. All right. Ready? And 1, soup. 2, soup. 3, soup. 4, soup. 5, soup. 6, soup. 7, soup. 8, soup. 9, soup. 10, soup. Awesome, guys. Let's do some mountain climbers, right? So we're going to do 10 mountain climbers. That's 10 on each leg, so it's going to be 20 total. Everybody down on the floor. Right? And again, it's going to be 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. And then back up. All right. Next round is combine everything together. Cross, hook, roundhouse kick. Cross, hook, roundhouse kick. So from our guard. Cross with the backhand, hook with the front, pivot with the front leg, back leg roundhouse kick, and reset. All right, team, ready? And 1, soup, soup, asa. 2, soup, soup, asa. 3, soup, soup, asa. 4, soup, soup, asa. 5, soup, soup, asa. 6, soup, soup, asa. 7, soup, soup, asa. 8, soup, soup, asa. 9, soup, soup, asa. And 10, soup, soup, asa. And switch. All right. Cross, hook, pivot with the front leg, roundhouse kick with the back. All right. So, right. Ready? And 1, soup, soup, asa. 2, soup, soup, asa. 3, soup, soup, asa. 4, soup, soup, asa. 5, soup, soup, asa. 6, soup, soup, asa. 7, soup, soup, asa. 8, soup, soup, asa. 9, soup, soup, asa. 10, soup, soup, asa. Back to your natural stance. Almost done, team. Almost done. Let's work on some lunges. We're gonna do 10 lunges, 10 on each leg. So it'll be 20 total. All right. So for our lunges, we'll start out with the right leg. I'm mirroring it. We'll start with the right leg. We'll go down and we'll come back up. We want to keep our hands up. Don't let your hands rest on your knees. We'll alternate legs each time. Ready? And 1. Step out. And come back. 2. Right. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Other side, right? 1. At the halfway point. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. All right, team, back to your natural stance. Everyone take a moment. We're going to do our box breathing. Remember, 4 in, hold it for 4, 4 out, hold it for 4. Inhale through our nose, exhale through our mouth. Follow my hands as a guide. Inhale, hold it, exhale, hold it. Ready, team? And inhale. Hold it. Exhale. Hold it. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. Hold it. And relax. Natural stance. Everyone, thank you very much for joining me today for our teen, adult, senior black belt track class. Remember, this week is stripe week, so if you haven't yet tested for your second stripe, please do a quick online video for your coach that's going to show our 3 self-defense techniques. That's our stranglehold, our bear hug from the front, arms free, or the tackle technique, arms free, or straight punch. We want those 3 self-defense techniques. All right, team, thank you very much. Everyone, show me your natural stance. Step to attention. Now, back out to your natural stance. Maybe. See you. Have a great week.